Hello guys, my name is Mohammed Harris here at Little Xpert, and today we are going to be reviewing the 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe plug-in hybrid. Now, we're going to start off with the exterior design. First of all, I want to talk about the colour, because this green colour actually looks very fascinating to me. But that does not matter, we are going to move on to the headlights. So, as you can see, the shape these headlights make is the H-time daylights here and on the other side as well. Over here, you don't have any grille, which I really like. Instead, you got these little rectangles just placed on instead of the grille, which actually looks like a cool design to me. Over here, you got a little bit of space of venting over here. And if we move on, like below, we got fake vent over here. As you can see, this is a fake vent, and so is this middle part. And we also got parking sensors, as you can see over here. Now, if you want to move on to the side profile of this car, now this car is really long. And I mean really long, because this is a 110 inches wheelbase between the front and the rear wheels, which is, yeah, long. So, if we start with the wheels, these are 20-inch alloy wheels. And you got massive wheel arches over here. And down here, you got kind of like a stepping area, because this car is also really high as well. I like it, and you just got two creases, which is alright to me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And you also got side parking sensors, as you can see at the front over here, to maximize safety and everything. Now we're going to move on to the rear profile of this car. Okay, now this is the rear of the Santa Fe. This part is where I'm kind of confused why they messed it up. At the front and the side profiles, they've done it perfectly, but they kind of messed up the design of the headlights over here. But it's all right. I wouldn't mind it. It still looks really nice as well. Also, this square design kind of reminds me of a Land Rover Defender. Guys, you can comment down below if you also think this looks like a Land Rover Defender, because it has a square shape. And yes, pretty much that's it. And also considering the fact that you got parking sensors at the back here, and yeah, you could also have a tow hitch over here if you want to, but the weighing ton to pull is not that much as a Range Rover. Yes, we're gonna move on to the interior now. Here we guys are in the interior of the Hyundai Santa Fe, and I think this looks really beautiful, because you got this landscape long screen with the digital driver's display and your normal screen, which also supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unlike Tesla's, luckily it still has some physical buttons, which I really like and other people would also like to have. Got two wireless charging pads over here, and you got cup holders, two massive cup holders, which is also extendable depending on the cup size. Now, if we move on to this part over here, you got a little cubby tray over here, which, oh my gosh, you can remove. Underneath, there is so much space down there. So we're gonna fold this back up. Also, down here, you got some space over here. Got down here, we also got 12-watt socket, as you can see right there. If you talk about glove box, you actually got two. So one is up here. This is kind of small. And down here is your main glove box. Down here, yeah. Okay, that's, I would say, pretty decent sized glove box. Now, if you do get the calligraphy, the top of the line model, you can get UV ray on this part of the glove box, which will clean off germs on anything. For example, if you put your phone in there, it will clean off the germs over there. Talking about gear selector, you also got one gear selector over here on the side, which most cars do get nowadays. And instead of the Hyundai badge, you just got 4 dots inside a line, which I guess is okay. And you got a speaker over here as well to emit audio. Both the front seats are ventilated and heated, and with the door handles, I do like the design. I like this wooden part you can see over here. It just feels premium and soft touch on the top, soft touch over here. Over here it's got soft touch, but if you go lower down, you get scratchy. Even with the cup holders on the side, it gets scratchy. And yeah, this is pretty much everything I want to talk about the interior. It's just really nice. And over here, you also do got big sun visors. And here's your main controls for the lights and everything. Now, we're going to move on to the back seats. Okay, now here is the back seats of the Hyundai Santa Fe. Now, you do kind of have a small hump on the floor here, which doesn't really matter. And as you can see over here, you got vents on the sides. I don't know where, there is no vent for the middle person here, unfortunately. But these seats are also heated and ventilated, which is really comfortable. And you also got the same wood trim as you have in the front. Soft touch up here and still scratchy in the bottom. You got 2 cup holders over here, which I really like. And you also got some massive sun curtains, as you can see over here, which is good if you want privacy. And as you can see over here, you got 2 USB ports on both sides of the seats. And I think this is an access. Yes, you can access this tray from the back as well, so you don't need to tell anyone from the front to open it for you. And over here you got a little tray over here to keep your secret stash of items. Now, talk about the middle seat. If you bring it down, there's 2 cup holders, which is pretty standard. You get in almost every car. And you do not get any through loading though. But you can also fit a child seat over here. You've got 2 Isofix angular points over here. And you unfortunately do not have it in the middle, but you do have it on the outer seats here. As you can see, it's got both sounding speakers right over here. And the cup holders, there is only 1 cup holder here on the side, but that doesn't really matter because you already have 2 over here. Now, we're going to talk about the boot. Now, unfortunately, we cannot open the boot over here, but if we talk about the boot, go in here, it depends on really if you get the plug-in hybrid or the hybrid, how much boot space you get. So, with a plug-in hybrid, you get 621 litres, which is this car. And if you go for the hybrid, you get 628 litres of space. Now, that's not really big a difference. It's only 7 litres. But if you fold all seats down, you get 1,942 litres in the hybrid, but you get 1,949 on the plug-in hybrid. Now, we're going to go on to the 7 seats. Okay, now we're going to go on to the 7th seat. So there's a button over here on both sides of the seat, which you can get. So you have a good idea on how the 3 seats look like. Now, this seat is set to my position, and as I'm a 12-year-old and I'm kind of short, I do have enough legroom for long journeys. You also get yourself an AC vent over here, which I really like because most cars do not get any AC vents here in the back as well. And yeah, there's a big cup holders over here. For adults over 6 foot, I would say it would be a little cramped, but for kids like me and maybe some shorter adults, this would be fine. And one thing other to mention is that you do get a reading light over here. Yes, just in case you want to read your books. Now, we are going to be talking about the prices and range and specs. If you talk about pricing, there's a difference between the plug-in hybrid and the hybrid. So, there are 3 trims for both. If you go for the plug-in hybrid, which is the car I have here, the base model premium is for £52,000, and the ultimate trim is going to be £54,000, and the top of the line calligraphy is £58,000, which I think is, yes, it's pretty pricey as well. Now, if we go for the hybrid, the cheapest Santa Fe model is going to be the premium trim for the hybrid, which is going to be £48,000. Then you have the ultimate trim for £52,000, and finally ending off with the highest spec calligraphy hybrid is going to be £54,000. Now, I think this car is a little pricey. Yeah, not a little, this is actually a really expensive car. It's 50 grand plus most trims. But if you talk about range, electric range, so over here I have the plug-in hybrid, so we can talk about range. Now, the WLTP range is 45 miles, what Hyundai claims to be. But in the real world, you probably get around 20 to 35, depending on the conditions. Now, one key point of this car is its MPG rate. Now, if you go for the plug-in hybrid, if you do not frequently charge this car, you will get around 40-ish miles per gallon. But if you get the hybrid, you get lower, from around 30 to 35 miles per gallon. So I would say MPG is not a strong point of this car. Yeah, so if we talk about my final verdict of this car, it's a brilliant family car. It's very roomy and it has a lot of tech in it. But one problem I would say is its electric range and MPG, and it's actually really expensive. So you can find some cheaper alternatives, but if you have the money, I think this would be a perfect car for you. Please like and subscribe and share.